This comes to us from Disclosed TV. They said, just in, Trump says, let's not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Now, this happened a couple days ago as of this recording, but there's more information that's come out from this. But I wanted to start with this first before we jump to that, because it's curious how Trump is just very dismissive of the whole Jeffrey Epstein situation, like out of nowhere, when people are like, wait, didn't this guy campaign on Jeffrey Epstein being like the list being out there and stuff? Wasn't that one of the things he promised people? And then didn't Pam Bondi say that she had it on her desk and all this stuff? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, why do people even care about that? Who cares? Just move on. He's not important. What's going on with my boys and in some cases gals? They're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on one team, MAGA. And I don't like what's happening. We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it, all over a guy who never dies, Jeffrey Epstein. Now, again, for those of you guys who don't know my standpoint on Jeffrey Epstein, I'll say it again once more to be clear about my tinfoil hat. I need to make a tinfoil Mario hat for this, a metal Mario hat. He's still alive. He's in witness protection. I feel like Alex Jones when I say this. My general sentiment is he was conveniently, he just died with no evidence or information and then gets carried off. You don't think this guy's being protected? You don't think that there's something like that going on? Come on. For years, it's Epstein over and over again. Yeah. Weren't you the one that was campaigning on this? Well, yeah, it is Epstein over and over again. What the hell? Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, Crooked, Hillary, Comey, Brennan? Bro, none of those people matter. This is why we want the information. Because we don't believe them. We don't trust them. And the losers and criminals, this is deflection of the Biden administration, who conned the world. This is all deflection. All things have nothing to do with anything. They created the Epstein files. Pam Bondi said it was on her desk, bro. You guys, if you're all one team, you guys acknowledge that they exist. You did. And now you're trying to retcon it like it doesn't even exist anymore. Just like they created a fake Hillary Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. And now my so-called friends are playing right into their hand. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? Now, this is where it gets interesting, because many people have postulated that maybe Donald Trump is listed as one of the people, but because the Clintons are listed and all the people, the Biden administration are listed, like whatever. It feels like at this point, anyone who's anyone is, if you are in that clique, you're listed in this dossier. The reason why they wouldn't name you is because they wouldn't want you to name them. So it could be just a hush-hush deal behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, politics are always one party at the end of the day anyways. So if they're saying, hey, we'll try to put you in jail for this, we'll try to do this, they can't do that without showing the whole thing and exposing themselves. So it's like this under the table deal of, we just will appreciate and approve, whatever the word is. We will decline to make a statement on the other party. You don't hurt us, we won't hurt you on this. We'll just leave it alone and just let it be. That's what it feels like. They haven't given up on John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King files. No matter how much success they've had securing the border, criminals, there's more deflection, more stuff that has nothing to do with anything. None of this has anything. No one gives a shit about any of this stuff. Act Blue, political corruption. Who cares? This is about Epstein, bro. Don't deflect. Stay on point. And then the bottom in the red. Let's keep it that way and not waste time and energy on Jeffrey Epstein, somebody that nobody cares about. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So this is clearly trying to inject a NPC chip in the back of people's heads which only works on lefties. You can't do this to MAGA. You can't do this to people that are thinking logically. You can't just be like, oh yeah, now think this, people. It's like, well, people is like, whoa, wait. I thought we were working towards something here. What the fuck? Exactly, future boys. Mutually assured destruction if they were to release it, because so many people are involved with it. So that was the initial take on it. Now we have some follow-up to it. Just in. Ready for this, guys? I've not seen this yet, by the way. I was waiting for the stream to go over it. This is from Colin Rugg. He said, Justin, Democrat Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries welcomes a question on Epstein, says there are two options on what's going on with the Epstein matter. Those chickens are coming home to roost. Option one, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and the MAGA extremists intentionally lied to the American people. I don't like how they do this. The MAGA extremists intentionally lied. Why do they do stuff like this? This is just piling in other people that never happened. Where? Who? Name names. This is such a lefty logic thing to just say random groups of people to the American people for years about Jeffrey Epstein's situation. Option two, they're engaging in a cover-up, which
deserve to know the truth. The whole discourse about Jeffrey Epstein, is this appropriate for your members to be doing so? Do you want to see any action on that front?
The American people deserve to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as it relates to this whole sordid Jeffrey Epstein matter. Democrats didn't put the Jeffrey Epstein thing into the public domain. This was a conspiracy that Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and these MAGA extremists.
By the way, he's right when he says this is a conspiracy that Donald Trump put out there. He was like, yeah, we're going to get it. Like that. Own that, Trump. Say, yeah, I thought there was something and there's not anything. But then that flies in the face of them saying that there was something and they were going to release it. Not, what was it, 3 months ago? Like, dude, like it's still within the same calendar year. What the hell?
Have been fanning the flames of for the last several years. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. The American people deserve to know the truth. What, if anything, is the Trump administration and the Department of Justice hiding? What are you hiding? Mm-hmm. You're not hiding anything. Prove that to the American people. And if you are trying to hide,
the problem is, this is the problem, the corner that Trump's backed himself into, is you can't prove a negative. That you can't be like, trust me, bro, what I said is a thing. It's not a thing anymore. It's like, no, once you say it's a thing, now you've backed yourself into a corner. You need to show it. And if you can't show it, people are going to start losing a lot of faith in you. This is a game changer for Donald Trump. And I am a Trump supporter. I voted for Donald Trump, and I do appreciate the direction he's taking the country. Don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean I can't be critical of massive fuck-ups. And this is a massive one right here. This is massive.
Many of Donald Trump's MAGA supporters apparently believe, then the Congress should actually work hard to try to uncover the truth for the American people. There are only two things that are possible here. Option one, Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and the MAGA extremists intentionally lied to the American people for years about the Jeffrey Epstein situation. That's option one.
Which is fair, by the way. I hate to say it too, because every part of me is just like, no, I don't want this to be a thing, but here we go. That's fair. I got to agree with it when he says that. I guess here I am agreeing with a Democrat. Holy shit.
Option two is that, in fact, there's reason for the American people to be concerned as it relates to.
Man, he just walked himself off a cliff because he doesn't have an option two. He's like, option one is this. Option two is, fuck, I don't know.
What information has not been released that could be damaging to the Trump administration and the friends and family of.
Oh, no, Netflix, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say this guy isn't a clown. But when someone's right, I'm going to say, yeah, he's right. I'm not going to, I mean, even Alyssa can be right once in a while. No, there are things that I've agreed on with her. There are some takes we've had that we've agreed on. That doesn't mean just because you don't get along with someone or just because they're suing you or whatever, doesn't mean you can't agree on things once in a while, no matter what.
Trump administration and their billionaire corrupt supporters. And so they're actively engaging in a cover-up. Option one, they lied for years. Option two, they're engaging in a cover-up.
Pretty sure those are the same thing, but I guess he's saying like they invented it doesn't exist, and then option two is it does exist and they're covering it up. I guess that's the other way to take it.
At this point, it seems reasonable that can only be one of the two things. And so it's Congress's responsibility in a bipartisan way to ask the questions and try to get answers on behalf of the American people.
Can I follow up? Two of your members have introduced or announced legislation to.
Okay, so that's the end of that. But man, of course the Democrats are going to pounce on this because they know it's such an easy W for them. Such an easy W. Like Trump put it on a T, saying, "Oh, we're gonna show off the Epstein list. It's on Pam's desk, and they're gonna show it off tomorrow." Nothing. Fast forward 3 to 4 months, it never existed. It was all a dream. And then finally, we have Colin Rugg today. Report: Ghislaine Maxwell is ready to tell the American people the truth about Jeffrey Epstein's client list before Congress, according to the Daily Mail. A source told the outlet Maxwell is happy to sit before Congress and tell her story. Despite the rumors, Ghislaine was never offered any kind of plea deal. She would be more than happy to sit before Congress and tell her story, the source said, according to the Daily Mail. No one from the government has ever asked her to share what she knows. She remains the only person to be jailed in connection to the Epstein, and she would welcome the chance to tell the American public the truth. Weird. Why don't they allow her to speak? Shouldn't that be like, I don't know, agenda item number 1 to let people know if people want to hear it? Right? Like, aren't we a republic of the people? Like, we elect our leaders. We want to hear the truth from people. We want to hear what's going on, be able to make up our own mind based off of the information at hand. Maxwell was convicted in 2022 for her role in exploiting and abusing minors. That YouTube. Last week, the Trump DOJ claimed there was no client list. Trump also said that nobody cares about Epstein, suggesting that we should just move on. So Maxwell remains the only person in the history of mankind to be jailed for trafficking nobody. Got it. Okay, let's see what this says here.
So, no,
This is back in 2023.
I don't believe he did. I believe that he was murdered. Well, shocked. And I wondered how it had happened. Because as far as I was concerned, he was going to, I was sure he was going to appeal.
Here's the crazy thing is, you can tell she's being honest here. She thinks that he's dead. She's convinced that he's dead. I'm not. Which means that they really went over the top with the cover up on this.
And I was sure that
If that's the case.
he was covered under the non-prosecution agreement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the indictment. So I wasn't mentioned. I wasn't even one of the tokens. I believe that he was murdered.
She has no shame, she has no heart, she has no conscience.
For Virginia Giuffre and survivors like her, there is no disputing the facts. As the court found, Ghislaine Maxwell procured underage girls for Jeffrey Epstein. She groomed them, sexually abused and trafficked them. In many ways, some say, she was even worse than the despicable Epstein.
I don't mean to sound sexist in any
I'm telling you guys, there is someone for everyone in this world, and they know how to find each other. Holy shit.
way, shape, or form, but
I mean, between both these people,
I expected it from a man, but I didn't expect it from a woman. And yeah, I think that's what I was attached.
What do you make of Ghislaine Maxwell's decision to speak from jail like this?
It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise because it gives her still that feeling that she's in control, even behind bars. And I think she's doing.
I mean, it's a good point. It's a good point because if he was still alive, that would leave room for him to be like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna post a video on YouTube or whatever and put it out there to the world. I'm gonna live stream from wherever I am. Use Starlink on my island to tell people I'm alive and that this is all real before he actually gets murdered." So yeah, that's true. Who knows at this point? All I'm saying is taking a big step back from all of it. This is a crazy plot for a movie that would be an amazing movie, but it's actually real life. In a movie, I will tell you guys, he would definitely still be alive in a movie. Jackie says, you can. They have blocked everything going and coming from Russia and China, by the way. Fun fact, he could be in China too. So, good point.
Doing it for attention.
Randy Kogan is a psychologist based in Florida's Palm Beach.
Okay, slow down so I can understand. Tell me what happened.
For years now, she's been treating women who, as girls, were abused by Epstein and Maxwell. Is she a monster?
I think in many ways she is. What Ghislaine did, she hunted, she preyed on these girls and procured them for sexual exploitation and sexual trafficking. That's a monster.
But from behind bars, Maxwell is determined to present a selfless side as she discusses her future with brother Kevin.
If you, when you win your appeal and get out of prison, do you think you'll be accepted again by the people who were once your friends?
Even if she wins her appeal and gets out of prison, she's a dead woman walking. She knows this too. The safest place for her to be is in jail right now. Ironic, I know, after what happened to Epstein, but still.
Well, I can't know what my friends will do or won't do. I mean, my focus won't be on that. I will always turn to what I've now decided that will form the rest of my life, which is helping other people who are or have been incarcerated.
I just would like to say thank you so much, and it's such an honor to be here.
Attaching herself to causes is not new for Ghislaine Maxwell.
I'm here representing civil society.
It was not that long ago, in an attempt to distance herself from Epstein, her great passion was to save the planet's oceans.
Wait, she did a TED Talk? Is this TED Talk on YouTube? Did anyone know about she did a TED Talk? What?
The deep sea and the wild animals that live there.
Now it's other inmates and, of course, herself, with yet another spin on her relationship with former boyfriend Epstein.
Holy shit.
When you look back and what you think your biggest mistake was?
I honestly wish I'd never met her because I didn't know that he was so awful. I mean, obviously now, looking back with hindsight, of course.
Do you consider yourself a victim of Jeffrey?
Well, I don't love the use of the word victim, but clearly, the fact that I worked for him and that I spent time with him and knew him has devastated my life and hurt many people that I love and hold dear that are around me.
Do you believe that?
I don't.
I don't either. She's trying to pretend like, oh, yeah, no, if I had known he was that bad, oh boy, I wouldn't have been around him. The hell's she gonna say? Yes, I was awful. Like what?
Believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an opportunity to her, and I believe that she was an opportunity to Jeffrey Epstein. Without Jeffrey, I don't believe that Ghislaine could have maintained the lifestyle that her father gave her for most of her life.
Well, he paid her $30 million.
That's exactly right. And he got plenty in return.
If Ghislaine is a victim of anyone, according to Randy Kogan, it is most likely her domineering father, the disgraced media baron, Robert Maxwell. He fleeced hundreds of millions of dollars from his employees' pension funds.
This world is so fucked, guys. I'm telling you. How is this the first time that I'm hearing of this? What?
Before his body was found floating in the Atlantic Ocean, having apparently fallen overboard from his yacht, the Lady Ghislaine.
Apparently fallen overboard. Oops. I fell off my boat and died. Oops. You did, Weicho. You did. You definitely did.
The official cause of his mysterious death in 1991 was heart attack and accidental drowning. But in echoes of her response to Epstein's suicide, Ghislaine believes in something more sinister, as she revealed in this interview.
I'll tell you, Ghislaine does not strike me as an attractive woman, but man, when she holds her breasts out there, damn, girl. She's got some assets to use here.
In 1992.
What do you feel? What happened to him?
You'll never know. So you'll never be 100% sure of exactly what took place. The only thing I'm sure of is that he did not commit suicide.
I feel that Robert and Jeffrey have very similar qualities. And I feel that Ghislaine spent most of her life trying to please her father. And her father groomed her to be this socialite, to learn how to read people and manipulate and exploit people.
People who spent time with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein when they were together say that Ghislaine was deeply in love with Jeffrey Epstein, that she would do anything for him.
So there you go, guys. That is the latest update on the Jeffrey Epstein situation. I just want to cover it and give my thoughts on it. And I don't think we've heard the end of this, not by a long shot. And I have a feeling this is our generation's JFK/Elvis, but almost to the extreme of, like, because it's such a big deal, like both of them combined, this Jeffrey Epstein situation is going to permeate humanity for centuries. Like, history books will look back at this until the information does eventually come out after we're all long gone from this planet. But I am convinced at some point the truth will come out, but it's going to be after all of us have passed on.